Are you ready?
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Physics, page 263, 264, MadCam 2020, 316. Now, we're going to do a lab today, and you're going to do a lab today, so you got to get yourself and two other people, whether it be your mom, dad, significant other, I don't care, somebody in your house, but you're going to do this lab, and you're going to return it into me by Monday morning. And you can do it in your own house. All you need is some stairs and your phone for a timer. Now, we're studying work. Work is force times distance. Force is in newtons and distance is in meters. Work is a Newton meter, or named after a guy by the name of James Prescott Joule. James Prescott Joule was a brewer. He made beer for a living, and he was an inventor, and he was so influential in this thermodynamics that they named the unit of work after him, James Prescott Joule. A lot of times a joule is a very small unit, so 1,000 joules is of course a kilojoule. So everything here up is defining work. So work is force times distance, Newton times a Newton meter is a joule, 1,000 joules is a kilojoule, named after James Prescott. Now today, we're going to calculate the power that you produce running up a set of stairs in your house. And you're going to calculate that power. And you're going to rank your three people against Madigan, the power that I produce. And we're going to see who is the most powerful in your lab. Now, power equals work divided by time. You know work ends up being in joules, and work divided by time would be a joule per second. Time is in seconds. A joule per second is named after a Watt, another famous person for electricity, James Watt. Of course, a Watt equals 1 joule a second, and we often refer to 1,000 watts as a kilowatt. Now, we're going to get into this a little bit later, but if you can do 1 kilowatt of work for an hour, it's nationally 14 cents. So when your parents get their bill that they pay for electricity, that you don't, it will be how many kilowatt hours of electricity you used. And if you only use 1 kilowatt hour of electricity, that would be 14 cents. If you have 10 100 watt bulbs and you run them for an hour, 10 100 watt bulbs would be 1,000 watts, a kilowatt. For an hour, it costs 14 cents. We're going to calculate how much it costs to run the whole school for a week in just electricity. So now you understand power. This is a little trickier because we're just calculating power in kilowatts. But a kilowatt for an hour is 14 cents. So there's a little bit more here than you have to deal with. So now, it's important to understand how this work is. For example, I am doing no work now on this book. And this is hard to understand. I'm doing no work on the book. And here's why. The distance the book is moving is this way, and the force is this way. Now, to do work, the work has to be, the direction has to be in the plane of the force. So right now, I'm doing no work on that book. None. Because the force of the book is up and down, and the distance is moving is right and left. I'm doing work on the book now. I would find its mass times its gravity. That'd give me its force. I'd multiply it by its distance, and then I'd have the work in joules. So when we do this stair lab that we're talking about, we're going to run up the stairs. But the distance you run this way is not important. It's the distance you go up the stairs this way. The distance you go up the stairs this way. So you've got to measure each stair. For example, if that were a foot, that were a foot, that were a foot, that were a foot, 1, 2, 3, 4 feet would be the distance you use in your power formula. Remember, power equals work divided by time, okay? And the work is force times distance. That distance is that distance, okay? And I'm going to do the lab for you in a little bit. So now, we're going to calculate the power, which is going to be the work divided by the time. We just have to get the distance and figure out what the vertical distance is. Now on your lab, you're going to do 3 people plus Madigan. Where's my pen? Right here. You don't have to get this. And thank my daughter for taping. She is taping me right now. 3 people plus Madigan. So you're going to write your lab up, and I'll have it there for you in a second. You're going to find the force. Okay? Number 1, you got to find 3 people. Your mom, your dad, your sister, whoever, aunt, uncle. Make somebody up if you have to, but you got me. So at least you're going to have 2 people. And there's got to be somebody else at your house. So all they got to do is run up the stairs, and all you got to do is know their mass. You got to find 3 people's mass. Now, how do you find mass? You take their pounds, and you know 2.2 pounds is 1 kilogram. So if I'm 220 pounds, I'm 100 kilograms. That's my mass. So you get the 3 people's mass. Then number 2, you find the force. How do you find the force? Force is mass times gravity. Kilograms times meters per second squared is in newtons. So you got to get 3 people's masses. Then you got to get the force. And then you're going to calculate the 3 people's work. How are you going to do that? You're going to multiply the distance. And then number 4, you're going to calculate how long it takes them to go up the stairs. Each person's time. And then you're going to calculate the power, their work divided by the time. And then you're going to calculate who the most powerful people are. So this is the lesson on work and power. Now I'm going to pull up the lab and show you how to set it up. Now I want this lab sent to me for Monday morning. So you got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to work on it. And the lab's going to look like this. You're going to send it to me on Remind. Okay? Now, it's the Physics Power Lab. Now, this is going to get graded. I'm going to look at them and go through them, and you're going to take a quiz on this, so make sure you understand it. The first thing you do is you get your 4 people. I'm the 4th person. Madigan's 220 pounds. How do I get pounds to kilograms? I divide by 2.2 pounds a kilogram. So I'm really 100 kilograms. That's not force, that's just mass. So you get everybody's mass in kilograms. Next, you calculate everybody's force. For Madigan, my force is my mass times my gravity. Mass, 100 kilograms because I'm 220 pounds, times gravity, 9.8. 100 times 9.8 is 980 newtons. So really, I have a force of being 980 newtons. Now, we're going to go calculate the work Madigan does. Now, how are you going to calculate the work Madigan does? I have stairs right over here. My stairs go up, and I have 14 different stairs. I have 14 stairs. Each stair is 8 inches. I got to convert inches to centimeters, and then I got to convert to meters because work equals force. I already got my force, 980 newtons, times distance. The distance is that vertical distance that we go. So let's go measure the distance right now that I'm going to run in the stairs. We'll go over
video?
here. Yep, stay right on the video. And here's my stairs. And you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 14 stairs. It doesn't matter how far we run this way. It's the vertical. And each stair is 8 inches. So we've got the 8 inches times 14. Convert it to meters. Okay, by dividing by 100 centimeters. And we're going to get the vertical lift. And you can see it's about 2.5 meters. Now, Kelly's going to time me, and she's going to see how long it takes me to run up the stairs. So I've got work right now, and then I'm going to divide it by my time. So are you ready? You got your other phone?
Let me grab my phone.
Okay. And tell me when you're ready. On your mark.
Oh, wait.
Are you ready?
Yep. All right, go.
On your mark. Not yet.
Well,
Get set, go. How fast?
3.78.
We'll say 3.7
Seven.
seconds.
All right.
All right. So
I might have been too slow.
So back to the lab. You got Madigan's pounds converted to mass. You got Madigan's mass converted to force. Now you have Madigan's work. And his work's going to be his force times his distance in stairs, which was, 14 stairs, 8 inches, 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters, 100 centimeters a meter. I ran 2.84 meters this way. So my work was force times distance. Force times 2.84 meters. I did 2,787.9 joules of work there. You could put it in kilojoules, just move it over 1,000. It's 2.7 kilojoules. But we'll keep it at 2,787.9 joules. Once you calculated the work, you can calculate now the power, because power is just the work, what I have there, 2,787.9 joules divided by 3.7 seconds. The power I exerted is 753 watts. So what you're going to do with this lab, you're going to write this lab up. You're going to send me this lab for Monday. You're going to have the 4 people's names, mom, dad, whoever. You're going to have their pounds. Then you're going to have their kilograms. Then you're going to have their force. Then you're going to have their work. Then you're going to have their power. And right now you got Madigan's power. I burned 753 watts. That's the power I exerted. That's how powerful you are. If you talk about weightlifting, power clean is how fast you can pull those weights up. As if you notice now, 753 watts back here, if I could do 1,000 watts for an hour, it'd be worth 14 cents of power. If I ran those stairs the same speed for 1 hour, I would do 753 watts an hour. Well, 1,000 watts an hour is 14 cents. 753 would probably be about a dime. So if you could run steps for an hour as fast as you could, me weighing 220 pounds, running at that speed, I would make about 10 cents in electricity. So you kind of get the idea of how electricity works here. So one more time. You need 3 people in Madigan. You need a tape measure with inches. If it were centimeters, even be better. And you need your phone to time. You could find any level of stairs. You just got to get a couple meters. Any stairs in the house. And you just got to get some people to run up them. So all you got to do is get a partner, get their mass, and have them run the stairs. And if you get their mass, you can calculate their force. They don't have to measure the stairs. You measure that, and you got their time. In the end, I would like over on the side to rank your 4 people in a little box. In a little box with an asterisk, 1, 2, 3, 4, the most powerful people. And you're going to find out what's powerful. Big people that move fast have a lot of power. All right, this is MadCam 2020 Physics Power Lab due Monday, let's say Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. So I wake up on Monday morning and I grade it. Now, I'm going to also give you a quiz on this. I don't know how it's going to go, but we're going to figure it out. You probably cheat on Chegg like somebody else I know.
Shut up.
But anyways, this is what we have. Okay, that should take off the first week of our physics, and I'm going to start teaching a lot more here in the near future, and hopefully everyone gets this in, everyone does this, and we have 100% turnout in our class right now. So this is MadCam 2020 Physics 316 Power, and let's see if you got more power than me. Thank you.